Nobody anywhere in the world wants to leave their home. You do that only when you absolutely have to.
3 Rotary clubs have teamed up to provide an efficient relief support operation to Ukrainian refugees and to those still staying in Ukraine. And we do this by raising funds in Switzerland. These are endless needs for a long time to come, and we are needed for a long time to come. Providing these funds for local purchasing in Romania.
We need to know from you what you need and how much.
And with the help of the Ukrainian club, providing this help directly to those in need in Ukraine or to the refugees who cross the border towards Europe. When the war started in Ukraine in February this year, immediately we thought, what can we do? Something needed to be done, but what could be done? We knew in the media that there were a lot of problems, but we didn't know really about the needs. So 2 of our very initiative members said, we're going near the conflict to find out what the situation really is.
Instead of driving to the border in Poland, to come up here to the north of Romania, which was much less in the limelight of attention.
And what they saw on the ground was that the situation was fairly dramatic already. Hundreds and thousands of Ukrainians crossing the border, very often with the vital minimums, on the move as refugees.
Там мені було дуже страшно з того, що може в будь-який момент взірватися або рядом нас, або наш будинок. І треба було бігати кожен день в підвал.
Що мені не сталося? Щось будеш брати?
М'ячик. Я цей рюкзак несу.
Almost 500,000 refugees Romania has received since the beginning of the war. We are lucky we are in this network of Rotary clubs, and we were lucky to find the Rotary Club Falticeni.
And the Rotary Club in Falticeni had already started helping these people and immediately accepted our offer to help them make this a Rotarian humanitarian operation.
Thank you.
Sunt dezvoltate 2.
We have 2 directions for this project, one including the hot meals program. And also looked for accommodation for the refugees.
Of course, immediately they were overwhelmed. They were not prepared for such a stream of refugees arriving.
We have in Romania a high number of refugees who stay close to the border. So the support is very important, which the club here gives them.
The hot meal program started because the families couldn't cook for themselves here, not having the money or the resources to cook their own meal here.
Hello. You imagine, even if they brought a little of money with them, that's long gone.
We are from Geneve.
Yes.
It's border with Russia.
Yeah.
When war started, we was at the first stage.
At the front line, really.
Front line.
Yeah.
Our town is crushed about 70%. This accommodation and I'm perfect.
Thank you very much.
Дякуємо румунському народу.
Sorry. Yeah, Kiev here. So you are here, and you had attacks already.
I escaped from war to save my child. He's 3 years, and now he's in kindergarten. When war is over, when I read, Ukraine is win, next day I will go home. So it's a very important stay near the border for me, stay in Falticeni. We don't have nothing. We run, we go quickly. Hard to me, I'm alone with a little child.
Yeah.
He in stress because he went home. He asked me, go home, I want to see my father, go home, I want to see my toys, I want to play with my friends. I have everything I need, and if I need something more, I just write volunteer from Rotary. I just write message. I need need medicine, yeah? And I have it next day for free. Impossible for me, so much help, so much kind people. I feel here like home.
Of course, the refugees didn't have just their own needs. They told us about also what's going on inside of Ukraine, where they are coming from. And there again, of course, there were huge needs because basically the distribution system in Ukraine had broken down. We said, well, then it needs a multifold approach where we don't just help the refugees leaving Ukraine entering Europe, but we also need to send relief supplies inside Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't know how close you can get to the border now by car.
That's why we made contact immediately with the Rotary Club of Geneve.
We went to Geneve during 2 days to meet our friends from the Rotary Club Geneve.
Thank you. So we are very happy to be here tonight, really, and tomorrow we go back to Romania and we have to see as much as we can and learn what the situation is.
And what they saw on the ground was that people were basically going hungry. Medication was lacking. All the essentials started to lack.
Every donation is important, every package of cookies is important. People are dying from hunger, so I'm not telling you some stories, it's a real fact. And we are also receiving some video from our drivers who are delivering this humanitarian aid, and they're showing how people are fighting for bread.
Where are most people coming from who are now here?
Чернігів, Харків, тобто з усієї України.
Must not be forgotten that you have a lot of what we call internally displaced people, so Ukrainians who stay in Ukraine but move. And of those we have at the moment about 7 million, so it's an enormous number.
A lot of people don't want to go out from Ukraine and
Yeah.
they are standing here, South Ukraine.
And you still have room, or are you running out? Is it?
Really difficult.
So who supports you then here?
We with by own.
Really?
There are 10 people can live here, but everything suits us. My mother, she's smiling, she's in safe place.
Yes.
And it was hard to live there. It's every day it was bombing, destroyed houses, victims. I'm trembling.
I see. Yeah.
I cannot describe the words. We are happy we don't hear all these sounds and all these screaming children, people. We can be here, safety, and we can feel safe here.
Okay.
We can feel safe here.
So these are normally classrooms.
Yes.
Huh?
And the
Hello. Добрый день. And now you use it for the people. Okay. Where are you from?
14 днів ми були в окупованому Сибірі, без світла.
Так, ми сиділи в холодних підвалах з дітьми, діти плакали, це була ніч, це був ранок, це був день. В 4 часа утра, в 3 часа утра ми збирали дітей в купу, застеляли одіяло, ложили їх на пол, самі стояли біля них, щоб, не дай Бог, будуть бомбити чи щось будуть робити, то хоча б дітей нам зберегти. І ми так терпіли, гради летіли, ракети над нами летіли, бомби, самольоти бомбили, трощили, убивали, уничтожали все. І ми вирішили виїжджати, тому що вже не було далі нам. Здоров'я це все переносить, і діти страдали від цього. І ми виїхали. І слава Богу, що нам
Повезло.
просто в той день повезло. На другий день вже люди, на третій, на передидущі дні, то люди гибли і людей розстрілювали. Колони цивільні розстрілювали, і вони просто не доїжджали. Тобто вони не дивились, чи діти, чи дорослі, чи старики, чи пенсіонери, вони розстрілювали всіх підряд.
Дуже багато розстріляних машин, оце на Житомирській трасі, як ми виїжджали, дуже багато було машин розстріляних, цивільних. З дітьми. Так. Дуже багато було. Трупи лежали, і це,
Діти перші дні лежали і їхала машина, вони просто здригались і кричали: ой, самоліт летить. І так само і ми дуже боялись цього, що а зараз, слава Богу, ми успокоїлись. Тут
We listen to them. We listen what is really needed.
Food is first what we need, and a lot of people are beginning to start here.
Yeah, that there are more coming.
It's only needs-based. We receive a detailed list of goods needed from our Ukrainian partner.
The more precise, the better, on the list.
We purchase exactly this, what is needed.
Generators, okay, we can do something about that, I'm sure.
And bring it there.
This can be bought in Falticeni or in Romania, and then we can send it.
We have been very fast. After days of being here, we had the first truck leaving to Geneve in Ukraine.
It was fantastic to see that we as Rotarians, just within 2 days, we would start together with 2 Rotary clubs in 2 different countries and international relief operations. We had never met before. The only thing basically that brought us together was shared values.
Це ще один приклад дружності і співпраці Rotary взагалі у всій світовій спільноті.
The local Rotary people, they do the fine distributions of those who are most in need.
And Rotary is very, very efficient to do these kind of projects because it's volunteers doing the job. The money given to any of these clubs goes directly into procuring essentials for the refugees who need the help. It's unbureaucratic, it's done by volunteers, it's direct, it's very fast, it's absolutely practical. There is no time spent on writing fantastic memorandums and on defining policy. We just have people, Rotarians on the ground, who tell us what the basic needs are. We have trusted Rotarians who buy the necessary stuff and we deliver it directly to those in need. I don't think you can have a humanitarian operation that is faster, more direct, more practical and more value for money.
Потрошечки пакети закінчуються, щоб ви розуміли. Давайте дамо старшим людям, вагітним, або кому дійсно дуже є необхідність у цьому.
Якщо по-чесному, це дуже потужна сітка, яка дійсно надає подати допомогу тим людям, хто в цьому має необхідність.
Кого діти, будь ласка, підходимо до мене.
The general humanitarian aid received from simple people decreased.
Закінчується.
А є, може, якийсь цей шоколад, щось такого, що щось лишилось?
Вибачайте, віддали більше 300 пакетів. Ми постараємося за тиждень максимально зібрати допомоги, щоб вам надати.
And that's why we are searching for international support to have sustainable humanitarian assistance to our cities because we receive more and more requests.
Дочка з двійнею.
Так.
Я можу на неї отримати?
У нас немає просто...
Не зараз.
Да, ви получите.
For our twins, it's a situation not good in this with clothes, with food for little children. So it's important for us.
You see, in the first moment, everybody is doing a lot. The real challenge is coming on the longer term, when interest is maybe fading or people getting more used to it. That will be the bigger challenge to get support.
Now the war has been going on already for months. There is no end in sight. And even if it were, many cities and many places in Ukraine are inhabitable now. The infrastructure is destroyed in large parts. Hospitals don't function anymore. Schools have been bombed. So even if the war stopped immediately, there are needs for many months and years to come.
Тут чувствую себе лучше набагато, із-за того, що не треба бігати кожен день, не треба переживати.
І твоє одне желання, яке зараз?
Я дуже хочу, щоб війна закінчилася і поїхати додому до своїх друзів.
Falticeni great, Romania great, but I want home.
We don't know what will be next. We don't know what will be waiting for us in the future.
І одежу дали нам, і столова, і дуже хорошо годують. Всю життя буду благодарити, скільки я буду жити, будемо їм благодарити.
Instead of, let's say, despair and resignation, you see firm will and the determination to get over that together. we receive hundreds of pictures every day. We can see who these people are, and 80% of what we have sent so far in terms of relief goods have really been distributed to the places under attack.